People of the internet, welcome back to another video. It is I, Don Thomas, back in here with another one. As always, folks, the likes, the comments, the subscribes are all greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for the support on this channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's topic, folks. This past weekend, if I'm not mistaken, it's about a day ago, news came out that popular pastor Bishop T.D. Jakes suffered a stroke, a health scare, which had a lot of people concerned. Pull up a video here. It comes from CBS Texas News. Of course, he's based out there, and I believe it's Dallas, Texas. Yep, Dallas-based mega church in Texas, where in the middle of his sermon, looks like stroke of some sort took place. People were concerned. Of course, a slew of different heartfelt condolences and wishes. Of course, I think he's doing a lot better as I've more recently heard. But it was concerning. I'll play the clip. Come back, I'll share some thoughts. There's a little bit of course, controversy, or I should say conspiracy behind this whole situation. I'll get into that. Let's watch this clip first, and then I'll share some of my thoughts. And of course, I encourage you guys to share your thoughts down in the comment section below.
First at 5:30, however, he is an internationally known preacher based here in Dallas. This morning, during a 9 a.m. Sunday service, Bishop T.D. Jakes of the Potter's House suffered a health incident during a morning prayer. The whole thing caught on camera as that morning service was being streamed around the world. Our Olivia Leach joining us now outside the Potter's House in Dallas with more on the megachurch pastor.
Every Sunday, thousands of parishioners come here to the Potter's House in Dallas for their Sunday service. This is where Bishop T.D. Jakes suffered that medical incident while on stage. Now the video of the incident is going viral. In the video that's now gone viral, you can see Bishop Jakes finished his Sunday sermon and then got quiet, seemed to shake, the crowd reacting before several people rushed on stage to come to his aid. On the Potter's House Facebook page, parishioners and followers around the world sent prayers for Bishop Jakes' quick recovery. In a statement posted online, the Potter's House said Bishop T.D. Jakes experienced a slight health incident and received immediate medical attention. They thanked the community for the outpouring of love, prayers, and support, and said that Bishop Jakes is stable and under the care of medical professionals. The Potter's House did not share if T.D. Jakes was hospitalized following the incident or what may have led up to the incident. In Dallas, Olivia Leach, CBS News, Texas.
So of course you hear the news there, folks. That's indeed what took place this past Sunday. My personal concerns and wishes for well-being go out to Bishop T.D. Jakes. I actually caught one of his sermons one time, and actually it's a perfect segue into the conspiracy that I was talking about. So maybe back in like 2016, 2017, I was living in LA at the time. And I actually caught a sermon from Bishop T.D. Jakes. It was a church, I forget. Of course, he's the owner of the Potter House. I think the Potter's House is his church out there in Texas, but he had a special guest appearance at a church out there in LA. I forgot the name of that church where he was speaking. I think that church had about like 3 sermons. So there was a 9 a.m., there was a 11 a.m., and there was a 1 p.m., I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I remember this was back again like 2016, 2017. I caught the 11 a.m. service of his. I got to see him speak. I got to sit in on the sermon. I forget what the topic was at that time. I remember when I was there that P. Diddy was at the 9 a.m. service. I remember, and I just missed him. And it's so crazy because I was going to go to the 9 a.m. service, but I was like, oh, that's too early. I'll catch the 11. So when I get there at the 11, I found out that the tail end, of course, as they're all leaving, they're wrapping up, P. Diddy and a few other people left. They were at the 9 o'clock sermon to watch Pastor Bishop Jakes speak at this church. And then I caught the 11 o'clock, and then it was kind of done after that. I think there was one more after that. So I was like, damn, I just missed out on that, whatever the case is. Fast forward to present day, which is ties into some of the conspiracy that people have been saying on the internet. We all know that we've been hearing the allegations that's been associated with Sean P. Diddy Combs, his legal troubles that he's going through right now. The conspiracy that's associated with this Bishop Jakes situation is that this situation happened. One, some people are questioning the authenticity of this situation because a lot of the times, I mean, of course, I know he's an older man. He's getting up there in age. People are speculating that this was done to dodge what some people think are inevitable consequences of his affiliation with P. Diddy. If you guys don't know, P. Diddy and T.D. Jakes are very close friends to some degree. They hang out a lot. I've seen them spend holidays together over the years. They've done Thanksgiving before. They'll invite each other out. I've seen it on social media for some time. And again, as I just mentioned in that story, P. Diddy did catch that 9 a.m. service. This is, again, like 2016, 2017 in L.A. He was at that 9 a.m. service. So they're close. And again, T.D. Jakes is from Texas, so he came over to L.A. to have that sermon. P. Diddy, of course, is in Hollywood. This idea that he caught that sermon at 9 a.m. I remember it. I think he even forgot. I think his car was parked outside. It was a white, like, Rolls Royce or something of the sort, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So I do know all that to say I do know these two to be fairly close. I think that's public information that these two are fairly close. So with all the allegations and everything that P. Diddy's been going through right now, Sean Puffy Combs has been going through right now, it seems as if all of Hollywood and all his celebrity friends are kind of on edge because of these Diddy parties that we've been hearing about, people's involvement with these parties, things, people doing things that, of course, they wouldn't want to be brought to light. There's a lot of allegations and there's a lot of speculation around people within the industry being worried that Diddy's in jail right now because they don't know what he's going to say. They don't know what maybe, dirt that they have on him or that Diddy has on these other celebrities, this, that, and the other. And again, specifically to Pastor or Bishop T.D. Jakes, they don't know the affiliation that Diddy and him do have. Some people don't know maybe the involvement. Of course, we hear a lot of stories with these pastors nowadays. You guys already know, of questionable acts that they do to little children and this and that and the other. You guys kind of know what I'm saying. So again, this is all allegedly, folks. I'm not saying any of this is fact. I'm not saying any of this is, this is all conspiracy that's been going out throughout the internet. There were a slew of different comments, if I could pull some up, that people were calling. Some people, you guys know how the internet is. Some people were saying, well, he had that stroke because he's been going through a lot of stress. He knows what he was doing behind closed doors. This is justice, this, that, and the other. People were saying things like that. People were saying he's just trying to dodge a court case, because of course you guys know in a RICO case or this, that, whatever case that Diddy's going through right now, people start calling names, pointing fingers. People start getting called into jail and subpoenaed into court, this, that, and the other. And of course, we know as a bishop, that would be a bad look for T.D. Jakes. And again, some people were saying maybe it was all staged. Of course, you heard in this news clip here that I just played, they were saying they don't even know if he went to the hospital afterwards. Like, did he even actually go to the hospital, is what the lady said towards the end here. That they don't even know if he went to the hospital after that situation. But I think I did see a video earlier where his daughter and brother and son-in-law, I think, came out and said, oh, he's doing a lot better. He's in good care. He's, doing well, this, that, and the other, which is, of course, a good thing. Me, folks, I don't like to speculate. Of course, from time to time, I do throw my 2 cents in the pot based off of things that I do know. But in situations like this, like as I always say on this platform, I don't like to kick people when they're down. I don't really even like talking about people that I don't know. Celebrity gossip, things of that nature. These are things that I don't necessarily like to do. But of course, being that I do talk about philosophy, self-improvement, and the culture on my platform, I do know this to be a relevant topic specifically within the black community. So, what do I make of all of it? First and foremost, I hope he's okay. Because, yeah, I do. There was a period of time where I was listening to a lot of T.D. Jakes and seeing his things on social media. I don't know if I still follow him now, but there was a period of time where I did find inspiration in the things that he was saying. And things of that nature. So just from a human standpoint, from human to human, I do hope that he's okay. Strokes and heart attacks, to be completely honest, those are things that I'm kind of fearful of. I think that a lot of people are inevitable to getting a heart attack, or stroke, or cancer. I just think that's the top three, in my personal opinion. So when I hear stories about that, it's just like, damn. Do I think it was staged? Do I think it was fake? Even look on my screen right now, another YouTuber made a video. T.D. Jakes faked the stroke for the money. Bishop T.D. Jakes recovers from medical emergency doing on Sunday. There's a lot of people that came up over it. T.D. Jakes has a stroke during the sermon. This looks serious. T.D. Jakes has a stroke during the Sunday service. People are sharing their thoughts. Again, some people think it was staged. Some people think it was real. Some people think he did it to garner some maybe sympathy for himself. Some people think he did it because he knows what's coming with his affiliation with Diddy. I'm not going to speculate. I don't know. I wish him well. As I always do say on this channel, when all these things were coming to light, man, what is done in the dark will come to light. That's for me. That's for you. That's for these celebrities. That goes for anybody. What is done in the dark typically does come to the light in this life or the next. So I think, how do we avoid these things? Just live authentically, live organically. Don't portray yourself to be one thing and then be doing another thing behind the scenes. Is my message to myself, is my message to anybody that may be watching, is my message to all the entire Hollywood and music industry. A lot of times we're seeing a lot more people building a brand and spewing out a message for themselves, and then behind closed doors, they don't live what they preach. They don't practice what they preach. I check myself. A lot of these things, a lot of the times I check myself. Of course, I'm always going to tell you guys I'm not perfect. I'm a human being, but one thing I'm not going to do is tell you guys to do one thing and I don't do it myself, right? Or portray myself to be one thing knowing that I'm not behind the scenes. Be authentic. If you care to share, if you're somebody within this public space that care to share something, man, be authentic. That's how they don't have nothing against you. If you did something, yeah, I did it. If you said something, yeah, I said it. You know, if you lived a certain way, whatever the case is, own it. Yeah, that was me back then. I'm now smarter, wiser, better, stronger, you know, whatever the case is. I think there's nothing wrong with owning up to your mistakes. I think that's what makes you a man or a human. But I do know, even down to some YouTubers, there's a lot of different stories that I've been seeing as of late, again, of just people, multiple people, portraying themselves as one thing, but living a completely different life behind the scenes. That's not necessarily something I would condone. I don't think anybody would condone that. I think it's misleading, of course, to be, you know, have an audience as large as that. Some of these celebrities and pastors and this, that, and the other. It's very misleading to have an audience who looks up to you and adores you and listens to everything that you say. But behind closed doors, you're not necessarily holding up those same values that you preach. Those are my thoughts. Of course, I want to hear yours down in the comment section below. As always, the likes, the comments, the subscribes are all greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for the support on this channel. I will catch you on the next one.